Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, December the 20th, 2021, and this is FlossTube number 79. So, welcome to everyone. Today was massage appointment day, so it's minimal makeup and just minimal. Anyway, my name is Shelly, and this is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I share about the things that I'm stitching. And today is 5 days till Christmas. 5 days, guys. How did we get here so fast? I don't know. So this is Shabby Advent Calendar by Kiori Abadiikori. I don't know how to say it. Badakiori. An Italian designer. You can find her on Etsy. So today I'm going to be finishing up day number 1 so that I can get day number 1 and day number 2 fully finished. So I do have 2 things that I've fully finished since you saw me last. One thing that I've just finished stitching on, a new start, all that kind of stuff. First of all, a little bit of a life update. So after massage appointment this morning, I had an appointment with my rheumatologist, and I think where we are right now is that we've determined through the use of, I had like a run of steroids that we did for a month. It actually was a little over a month because I started off taking it wrong, which was my fault. I thought the tablets were 10 milligram and they were only 5 milligram. So I thought I was taking 20 when I was only taking 10. And by the time I figured that out, it was like I already had went to the lowest dose, so I had to like restart it. Anyway, through that, doing that and not really noticing any difference, he's pretty confident that the pain that I deal with is pretty much just from fibromyalgia. Not to say that, I mean, I do have an inflammatory marker that's elevated. He said people can have that their whole lives and never show any symptoms of an autoimmune inflammatory disease. So we've already tried quite a few fibro meds on me, and they haven't helped a whole lot. So we're trying one that my primary care doctor years ago wanted to try, but it was going to be, I don't know, $350 or something like that for a month's worth. And so I, opted to not do that. So he wants to go ahead and try it. It's called Savella. It's an antidepressant, but it's not approved for depression. It's approved for use for fibro, is pretty much all that it's approved for. So went to the pharmacy just now to get that filled. They didn't have any. They won't have any until tomorrow. She did tell me that it would be like $130 my share, which is a lot, but it's better than what it cost before. It's still a lot. I think it's ridiculous how much medicine costs, but I just want to try it. So we're going to try it and see what happens. And if it, works great for me, then I'll see about getting some kind of patient assistance or something if I have to. So anyway, that's where all of that stuff stands. So I don't see him again until February. So I had showed you guys the other day that I finished this little Let It Snow for my younger grandson, youngest. And so I did work the last couple of days over the weekend finishing the other ones, and not really too happy with them. I had showed you, I had started doing this one, and I showed it to you and kind of told you, how I didn't like the way it was turning out. I did go and watch Vanna's circle tutorial, like circle pillow, and I did go in and like unstuff this. I turned it right side out. I did, you know, I had clipped all the way around it, but I went in and did like more clipping, like instead of just clipping once, I clipped twice. I made like little V's. I don't know if that really made any difference. But anyway, you know, I'm not that happy with it, but it's cute. Malachi will love it. So I just went in and sewed the cording all the way around, both front and back. And then I just left, you know, I left like a gap right here to hang it with. I really should have done these flat fold, but live and learn. And then I did finish the little reindeer, the little first snow, him with his little snowflake on his nose, so cute. Um, so they wanted this, you know, in this like, you know, on point square shape. And it's kind of wonky, but I'm happy with it. I mean, there might have been some curse words and some explosions around here while I was making it. It just was, I don't know, I was in an aggravated mood already, and I was trying to like get it done so that I could wrap stuff, and I ended up not wrapping these anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. It's just, you know, sometimes we get in those moods, and you know, we really should just walk away, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and that time I didn't. So I persevered and I got it done. But I did put this little charm that Janet Jabber had sent me. I am going to order some of these little charms for my smalls for 2022. I've got some in my cart on Amazon right now. I just got to click the buy button. So got those done. I also finished up this little winter piece that I wanted to get done before the end of the month. I do want to get this FFO'd, hopefully this week, because after this week I won't be home. So this is from Just Cross Stitch, February 2020 magazine. It's designed by Cheryl McKinnon, who is the designer for Tiny Modernist. It's called Cabin in the Woods. And I think it's so cute. So I finished stitching it last night while I was watching. Oh, sorry. This is on a 28 count China Pearl linen from Woodshelt. And I used DMC 2 strands over 2 threads. So I finished stitching that up last night while I was watching a new show that, well, it was not a show. It's I think it had like 4 episodes. I've seen this come up before, and I want to say I added it to my list, but for some reason I didn't realize what it was. It looks like the cover photo or whatever, it makes it look really like dated. I mean, the show is set in Victorian times, but it makes it look like it was made like back in the 60s, you know? I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but it just makes it look dated. Anyway, it's on Amazon Prime. It's a Prime original, and it is Julian Fellowes' adaptation of, I don't remember the author's first name. His last name is Trollope, but Dr. Thorne. I thought it was really good. I love the guy that played Frank. He was also in Poldark on Masterpiece, and I loved him on that. I thought it was just it was a really good story, a really good adaptation of it. So, I mean, I've never read the book, so I kind of want to read the book now, though. I'd never heard of him before. But anyway, I finished that up while I was watching that last night. So, otherwise, what I've stitched on, I've been putting strands in on this every day. This is Owl Forest Embroidery's Hummingbirds. And I am using their thread pack, their DMC overdyed thread pack. And I'm using the called for, the color of the called for linen, but I'm using a higher count. Let me fold it one more time. You can see it a little bit better maybe. So I'm trucking right along on it. So I finished this row right here last night, and I realized when I got done with it, I'm doing the white parts with 2 strands. The rest of it is supposed to be 1 strand, but I did forget when I was doing the green and put 2 strands in, and I wasn't going to frog it. So this is a 36 count ice blue linen from Zweigert. And I did put some stitches in on Love Notes. Actually, I forgot. This is I got finished stitching the love stamp. I did finish stitching that one. So I'm stitching these on a 20 count. I think it's Lynn Ada. It's in the color name Flax. And I'm using my own choices of colors. This border is a silk. It's an soirage. And the letters are in not a Victorian motto, fiberlicious yummy fibers. The white, I'm using 2 strands on that also, 1 strand on everything else, and it's over 1 square of the Ada. So yay, I got that one finished. So I'll have at least one thing to display for Valentine's Day. I did work on Jessie Watson, and I got month 9 completed over the weekend. I also, I don't know what happened, but like the name at the bottom, that was actually supposed to be done in last month, and I didn't. But I did get it done. So I got, from here, like from the heart down, not including the heart, but down, and then this. So I got all of that done this weekend. I worked on it Saturday and Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. It's either Saturday, Sunday, or Friday and Saturday. I don't remember. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count with chelp linen and white chocolate. And this is what I got done. So this will be done in March. Let's see, 10, 11, 12. Yes, in March. March will be the last month that we stitch on it. And the heart with all the eyelets will be the last thing that we stitch. So the next 2 months we'll be working on the house. I love these eyelets in that red. That red just really gets me, it looks so rich and pretty, and then doing the eyelets in it, it's just gorgeous. So I stitched that while I was watching, I think it was 9 Kittens for Christmas. It was like a Hallmark, Christmas movie. They're cheesy, but I like to watch them sometimes, so it was cute. A bunch of little kittens. And then, let's see, my new start was a magazine design, so I'll insert a picture here. And it is called Easter Party Tray. And it's from Just Cross Stitch, April 2019. And I basically just got the S and the T done. I think I'm going to put this away for the rest of the month. I just wanted to show it to you guys today, and then I'm going to put it up when I get done filming. and then I'll work on it after the new year. I think it's going to be cute though. So I do believe that is all that I've stitched on since I filmed last. So like I said, I will stitch on this today. Get number 1 finished. And then I think I'm stitching, I don't remember if it's today that I start EM ABC, the next letter. Let's see. Yes. So I'll finish number 1, Shabby Advent Calendar today, and then I'll start EM ABC Sal, letter number L. So I need to pull threads for that, and I'll stitch on that the next 3 days. So that's all I've got for you, and I'll see you later in the week. Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, December the 22nd. Alrighty. So I've got some finishes that I did yesterday. I've got a new start that I did yesterday. Got a whip that I'm working on, and a little bit of haul today to share with you guys. So I did finally get finished with the numbered pieces for Shabby Advent Calendar. So I finished stitching number 1, and then I FFO'd 1 and 2. And so here's those. I think this one is so pretty. Number 1 is just pretty, pretty. So yay, I've got all of those done. That is something that I started probably like the very beginning of doing this was sometime in 2019, probably fall or so of 2019. Yeah, so it feels really good to have all of those numbered ones finished. I will do the manger for Christmas 2022, but I can put that away for a little while and move on to some other stuff that I want to be stitching on. So I also finished my little magazine piece that I showed you the other day. I had finished stitching it. I did FFO it yesterday, and I love how it came out. So, Cabin in the Woods. Isn't it so cute? I think it's cute. The little chenille trim, which is just some that I bought. I have like a big skein of it that I got from Joanne. You know, if I want to dye it or whatever, I can, but I think it looks, I love that on it because it's like, it looks like it's trying to snuggle up and get warm with some soft, warm, fuzzy stuff to wrap up in. So the other day when I watched Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, some of her tutorials, she has a pillow tutorial with trim and then one without trim. And this is actually the tutorial how she does it for pieces without trim, but I think it's fabulous, and I'm going to do it on any that I do from now on. Just because usually, I mean, of course it wouldn't show too much, but usually when I sew stuff like this, when I sew up, you know, a place that I left open like at the bottom, it just looks a little funky. So the way she does it is she does 2 pieces and sews a seam down the middle and leaves a gap on the back for turning, and then, you know, you just sew that up. So this is just some pretty batik that I had in my stash that I thought was perfect with the colors on the front. I was going to say something else about, oh, I also thought like you could even do, like how you do like an envelope back when you're, like if you're using a pillow form. I always figured you could even do that. Like even though you're stuffing it and you're not using a form, I don't see why it wouldn't stay in if you like overlapped it, you know, a little bit right here, and then you wouldn't have to sew anything closed. But I'm happy that this is done. I love the way it came out, and yeah. So, I started working on the EMABC cell letter letter L. I don't know if I showed you guys this already this week or not, honestly. But anyway, this is what I've gotten done. I wanted to have a little bit more than this completed, but I'll work on it today and then tomorrow if I have to. I'm supposed to just work on it through today, but if I need to add another day, I can. So the L is for lamp and Leviathan Stitch. And this is these are the Leviathan stitches right here. They'll go all the way across that band on the lamp. And I think they're like the perfect stitch to make that, you know, on the lamp. I can just picture this lamp in real life, like a milk glass shade. So basically a Leviathan stitch is sort of like a Smyrna stitch on steroids. You know, a Smyrna, you do your cross and then you do like a plus sign. So on these, you do a cross and then you do like more crosses, like one hole over from the corners. And so it's sort of like you would do the stitches in an eyelet stitch, except you go from corner to corner, from edge to edge, and then you go in and do the plus sign on top of all of those stitches. So it's pretty easy to do. I definitely like it a lot better than the Kensington stitch from last month. And I'm just choosing threads once again from my craft room project. I just grabbed that bunch of flosses and that's what I'm using. My younger daughter Lakin, she loves this sort of aqua tealy color, turquoisey. I never know what these colors, like in that color family, I never can decide what's what. Like, I don't know. I get those confused. But anyway, she likes this color right here, and she's always liked pink. And so I'm doing that one for her. And then this one was for my other daughter, my older daughter, Kimberly, who likes purple. So got that going as a whip. And then I did start another magazine piece. So I'll insert a picture here. And the name of it is Blackwork Beauties. And let's see. Sorry if that was real loud. So that's from the Ultimate Cross Stitch Birds edition. And so that's what I got done so far. So I'm doing this on a 28 count Monaco. I'm using DMCs. Some of the called fors, I did not have them, and so I've had to substitute. And when I substituted, like in here, it didn't work out as well as I wanted it to, so I had to go in and substitute some more. But anyway, I don't know. Like, I have a whole, you know, I use X-Stitch app to keep track of my thread inventory, and I usually will mark in there, you know, when a thread, if I take it out of my stash and put it in a project, I mark down where I put it. But I have a whole ring of flosses, like the 3600 range, I can't find. I'm sure it's like, you know, I grabbed it and put it in a project, and, you know, I don't know. I don't know what project though I would have grabbed that whole ring for. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, but anyway, I had to substitute quite a bit of colors. So there are 6 of these patterns in that magazine article, and I do want to do all 6 of them. Um, and I want to finish these by the end of April. And so I kind of went down my list of the designs and put due dates. That's basically what I do. I mean, I'm not married to it. If I don't meet the due date, it's not the end of the world. It just gives me something to shoot for. So a lot of times I will divide things up into either halves or thirds or fourths, something like that. So I divided each one of these up into halves, and then, I want it FFO'd by April 30th, and so I just worked my way backwards, and I was kind of leaving more days in between them, and then when I got up here, I realized that I was going to run out of time, and so I just went in and adjusted it accordingly so that, it's reasonable. Maybe pushing myself a little bit, but like I said, if it doesn't work out that I finish all of them, I will at least have some of them done, and I'm good with that. So these are the colors that I pulled. So these designs are really pretty and colorful, and then they have those, the black work flowers that I think are just beautiful. And the designer of this is Leslie Teare. I don't know if it's Tear or Tier. So pretty. So that's what I've been stitching on the last couple of days. I haven't been really doing a whole lot of stitching. Of course, I've done, did some finishing yesterday. Been wrapping presents. I only have the presents for like my daughters, and then my son-in-law and my daughter's fiance to wrap, and then I'll be done with my wrapping. And I think it's time because 3 days till Christmas. So I've ordered from this place before on Etsy. Trying to see where I can show you without revealing my address. Let's do it like this. So Farmer's Attic on Etsy. I've ordered from them before, and they have excellent service. They'll even like refund you overages on shipping costs and stuff like that. They charge you what shipping actually costs them. So they had a contest, an email contest. They had a jar of peppermint candies, and you had to guess how many were in it. Well, I didn't even come close, but everybody who guessed got a coupon. And I don't remember if it was, it looks like it was a 10% coupon. So I went into their shop and sort of looked around, and I actually had just seen this somewhere else and wanted to get it. And so they had it, and it was low. I want to say it was low in stock. So I went ahead and added it, to my cart. I think it's so pretty. I don't even know where I saw it at, but I just think it's gorgeous. The flosses are beautiful. And they're sort of not what I would expect. It looks really purple to me, but like the purple parts are like stone and stepping stone, I believe. Stone and stepping stone. And river rock. That's what the flowers are made of. So those colors, when you look at them online, they don't look purple, but I think they really are in real life. And then I don't remember if I saw this somewhere else as well or if I just saw it in their shop, but I went ahead and picked this up while I had that discount going. So look at that. That's gorgeous. So let's see. There are, I think this is something that they've recently reprinted. So there's one. They have the same title in here twice. It looks like it's the same chart. I don't know. So 1, 2, 3. Look at this, how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's sort of the project that made me really want to get the book. So that's 3. Oh, look, this is a little better picture. Gorgeous. Four. So they call that a Stitcher's Companion. It's got holes where you put your floss rings. 5. There's a whole little set. So 6, 7 with those other pieces of that set. And then 8. This is pretty too. And then 9, 9, 10, 11, I guess. So they call these pen and needle cupcakes. Aren't those so cute? So cute. So that's quite a few little patterns in that. I mean, and it was, it was $25 for that booklet. So I also forgot to share, if you watch Annie, the Proper Stitcher, she recently did a tutorial on how she does her scissor fobs. And I don't know why stuff like that is just really intimidating to me, but seeing her do it made me feel like, hey, I can do that. So I went to Joann, and I actually just needed some floss, but while I was there, I looked around in the jewelry department, and they did have quite a few things on sale. And so I decided to pick up some of the supplies that she used. She used this right here. I'd never seen it before. But it rolled, it's sort of like a little tape dispenser type thing. You just pull out what you need. And that's what she used. She used the 19 strand. I never heard of strand before, referring to wire. Always heard gauge. So she did some little spacers in between her beads on hers. I thought these were really pretty. And then the little crimping tubes. And then lobster clasps. So I didn't get the crimping tool because my husband said he had one. But I'm going to get my own because his is pretty junky, rusty looking tool thing, you know. So they also had, I have plenty of beads. Like I didn't buy any beads per se because I have a lot of those that I can use to make them. But then she put like little charms on the end. And Joanne actually had their charms, their Hildy and Joe charms, buy two, get three free. So I definitely took advantage of that and got some packs of charms that I thought were really pretty. It's really kind of hard to decide. Love those. You know, and this is stuff that I can use for finishing also. But these are pretty. And I don't know, it may be something I'll, you know, make some stuff up and try to sell them. I don't know. But these are some pretty crosses. And then this one is to make a scissor fob for me. I was sort of walking around and was like, it was sort of a little picked over, but then I saw some, they had like some larger, you know, just single pendant type things. And I just saw that one and said, ooh, purple and gold. So, and then I just picked up some DMCs that I was running low on. That's all. That's all I've got. All that I have today. So I'll see you guys later in the week. Hello, everyone. It is Christmas Eve today, December 23rd. This should be a really quick update. I'm about to run out the door in a few minutes to go to Nathan's basketball game this morning, and I just wanted to jump on here and show you guys that I got finished with the letter L for the EMABC Sal. That is the hashtag that Rachel Q Stitches is using. And this was the letter L for Leviathan Stitch. So I finished that row right there, got finished with the lamp, finished all the border, finished all the letters, and that's all I had time to stitch on yesterday. I just wanted to go ahead and get it finished before I started stitching on anything else. So that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. So we've been busy in the kitchen all morning. I slept late. I woke up earlier with a headache and took something and went back to bed and slept till almost 11 o'clock. So got a little bit of a late start on stuff, but we're going to Kim and Dwayne's for supper. They're making cookies and Dwayne's roasting some chickens. So I'm making rolls for that. Waiting on those to rise. And then I made a couple of desserts. I've been having an orange cake mix that I needed to bake, so we baked that, and my husband's icing it right now. And then usually for the holiday, I always make tiger butter, which ends up looking like this, and you just break it apart. So it's basically a pound of almond bark, 3/4 of a cup of crunchy peanut butter, and you melt the almond bark, stir the peanut butter in, then spread that on a pan with either parchment or foil, and then you melt a cup of milk chocolate chips and stripe that on there, and then just use like a butter knife or whatever to kind of swirl it up. So I usually always make that. But I made one other thing that I haven't made in quite a while, and they're so good. So these are called Crips Vanilla Kisses, and they're like a meringue cookie with a chocolate chip in the middle. And they just sort of melt in your mouth. They're so good. So I made some of those for the first time in forever. And it doesn't make a whole lot, so I'm like, this is going to last about 10 minutes tonight with the boys. So I told my husband maybe we need to save them and just bring them on our car trip for us. So all that I stitched on yesterday was my snowy chalk foil jar. Trying to get this finished this month. And I made quite a bit of progress. I watched a couple of movies last night. And while I was watching those, I stitched. And that's what I got done. So I'm finished at the bottom, finished with the jar. I think there's some more Smyrners that need to be made up in here. I need to finish these two snowmen, and then there's flowers like this over here that I've got to do, and I'll be done. So I'm going to bring that with us tonight, and maybe I'll get it done tonight. We'll see. That's all I stitched on. So one of the things that I watched while I was stitching on that was Mrs. Doubtfire. I have not watched anything with Robin Williams since he passed away. Like, I think we were flipping through channels one day, probably a year after he passed, and I think Mrs. Doubtfire was on, and we watched a little bit of it, and we just basically cried the whole time we watched it. It really makes me sad, so I really haven't been able to watch anything and laugh at him since he passed. So, but last night I watched it, and I was able to laugh at all my favorite parts, and, I just enjoyed it. So I was glad that I was able to, watch him and laugh at him again. He was so funny and just so good, and it really does make me sad that he died the way he did. But so I watched that. I watched a movie called Christmas Edition. It was okay. And I also watched 12 Dates of Christmas. I like that one a lot. I don't remember who the people are, the actors, but one of the guys from Saved by the Bell was on it, but I liked it. It was cute. It was sort of like Groundhog Day, she keeps reliving the same day over and over again. So I thought it was cute. So that's all I've got for you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and close this video out since tomorrow is Christmas Day, and I don't know if I'm going to film again. I don't know if I'm going to film while we're in Louisiana or not, honestly. I may or may not. I may just do some, like, little short videos or something. I really don't know. But, just watch my channel and see when I post something. If you want to be notified, just make sure you subscribe and then click the little bell, and it'll let you know whenever I do upload. So that's it. So all of you that celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I wish everyone a Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. And I appreciate each one of you. And thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.